Time is now 5:30 and we will call this meeting to order. Cochise County Board of Adjustment. We now have a roll call. John's here, Clint's here, I'm here. So we do have a quorum this evening. So now we have a call to the public. Any public wants to talk beforehand, other than the docket itself. Seeing none, we'll proceed. Okay, how about the minutes last meeting?
Make a motion to approve, or do we need to go through them?
No, I didn't.
Make a motion to approve minutes from last meeting? Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Two. Okay. Now, first up is docket number VAR 25-08. Applicant initiated variance request from section 2.48.170 of the zoning regulations to increase the allowed square footage of the accessory dwelling unit, ADU. Property is located at 39 base planners presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is the staff presentation for docket VAR 2508. Applicants are Damian and Melissa Vaughn. The property is located at 3901 Abernathy Court. Tax parcel 107-60027, and the property is zoned RU4. The applicants request a variance from section 2.48170 of the zoning regulations to allow an accessory dwelling that exceeds the maximum allowed square footage. Property is located approximately 1.5 miles from the Sierra Vista jurisdictional boundary and about 2 miles north of the intersection of Mostyn and Ramsey Roads. The property is located within Supervisor District 2. This zoning map demonstrates that the property is zoned RU4. It is located within the Hobby Forest Ranch subdivision. That's a 34-lot subdivision that was platted in 2006. The zoning is RU4. However, the parcels average approximately 3 acres, which is permissible by the zoning regulations. The lots can be less than the required site area of the zoning district. The adjacent parcels to the north, south, and east are undeveloped. And I believe that is county property to the east. The applicants have submitted a site plan showing the proposed ADU would be located close to Abernathy Court. A couple of things we wanted to talk about is there's a recent text amendment to the zoning regulations that now gives the Board of Adjustment the authority to grant relief from accessory structure development standards. That used to be something that was under the auspice of the Planning Zoning Commission. This is in response to changes in state law that were intended to streamline the permitting process for accessory dwellings and provide more housing options and increase affordability for housing overall. ADUs must be equal to or less than the height of the primary dwelling. In terms of the size, they can be 75% of the residence or 1,000 square feet, whichever is less. ADUs used to be subject to the perimeter setbacks of the zoning district, which were 20 for RU, but now that setback requirement has been reduced to 5 by the text amendment. Variances are required for any deviation from the above development standards. And one other thing, previously these were referred to as accessory living quarters, and 1 per parcel was allowed. Subsequent to the changes in state law and the zoning regulation amendment, up to 3 ADUs are allowed now on lots of 1 acre or more, which is not germane to this application, but multiple ADUs are permissible per lot now.
Was that a state change?
That's strictly driven by the state.
Okay, not Cochise County.
So we had to follow
do it.
We had to follow the state change. Yes, sir. So a couple of drone images. This would be viewing to the southeast, and this shows Abernathy Court in the foreground. So it would be viewing to the northwest. And this is viewing to the southwest. And again, those are the parcels between this property and Alhambra Drive. There's 2 parcels back there. Both of those are undeveloped, as is the parcel to the east. Section 2.60010 of the zoning regs identifies 8 factors to evaluate variances. Staff noticed this docket item per the zoning regulations between 19th September and 1 October. We published a legal ad, we mailed notices to property owners within 300 feet, and we physically posted the property. Staff mailed 9 notices to those property owners within 300 feet, receiving 2 responses in favor. We received 1 response that's not necessarily in favor or opposition, but is asking for the accessory dwelling to be placed on another location on the property further to the north. And that is the individual, Mr. Chair, that's called in that wishes to speak.
Not at this time.
Factors in favor of this application does comply with 5 of the criteria identified in the zoning regulations. We need to keep in mind that accessory dwellings are allowed by right in rural districts, so we're not actually seeking a variance to allow use that otherwise is not permissible by the zoning regs. And staff has received written support from nearby property owners for this application. Does not comply with 3 criteria. Again, this is a pretty common scenario when we look at the criteria and how they weigh out during the staff analysis period. Mr. Chair and board members, this concludes the staff.
All for the applicant. You have 10 minutes to speak. You have, well, and whoever agrees or disagrees has 5 minutes, and you will have 5 minutes at the end to rebut any rebuttals. So, your floor.
Make it quick and easy. We're looking for this variance for that 26 feet. It's just for cost effectiveness. It's very difficult to find a home that's at that exact 1,000 square foot in that area. And the cost difference to finding one that's less, the one that's just a little bit over, it's more effective than us. I'm mistaken on 1,000 square foot. It's market for our son on our property. And that's pretty much it.
What is, I've had that question, because normally we'll see like a picture or something, but, okay, so it is like.
Manufactured cost.
Yeah, I think it was in there. I just, like I said, normally we'll see some kind of a picture, a drawing or something. I'm going like, is this like a well house or is this like, what is this 1,000-foot structure?
It's a manufacturer's square home for us.
Okay.
1,000 foot.
1,026.
So
That's why they're here, the 26.
So, yeah, and to be clear, that if this was at, and I mean, if this is a question for you, if this was 1,000 square feet, who would be here?
Mr. Chair and Board Member Bersenio, that is correct. There is a standard 75% of the principal dwelling or 1,000 square feet, whichever is less. The 1,000 square foot figure is a carryover from the old regs. Based on the size of the principal dwelling, that would be a 3,500 square foot ADU, which would clearly be out of character. It would be competing with the principal dwelling. So we're asked, the applicants are asking for a 1,026 square foot ADU, which is a 2.6% increase in what's allowed.
But, and again, if it were at 1,000 or less, they could put it anywhere on their property without being here.
Correct.
Okay.
They had to spend $400 on beach.
$20 a square foot, this would be here.
On one of these here, it says impractical due to manufacturer's design. What does that mean? What?
The model that we chose. The model that we chose is the 1,026 square feet. So the model that we looked at for our son that would be appropriate for him is it's based on the manufacturer who makes the model home.
Okay. Okay. This table is about 26 square feet. This table is about 26 square
It's a
feet.
closet.
Yeah.
Now, I will call from comments from other people.
We live in a property basically right across Abernathy, sort of catty corner to them. And to us, it won't block our view. It has no obstruction to anything. We have no problem with them putting that EDU there. So we're just here to support them because, like I said, we have no problem. And 26 square feet, except closet. No big deal.
Those are some people. No, we have someone else. Oh, no, okay, then we have someone on the line who wants to speak.
Yes,
You can state
yes,
your
I
name.
okay. My name is Susan Kitchell, and we own, I and my husband, we own the parcel that is due, let's see here, south of their current home. And we just wanted to make sure of the location where they were planning to place that manufactured home. I don't think it'll have any effect on our views, from what we can remember as far as where we plan to put our home when we build. So we don't have any problem with that as well.
No. Okay. Want to rebut, agree, whatever?
Want to tell them where you're going to
Did we have anybody else on the
put
line?
it in front.
It's gonna be-
thought there was a diagram that actually.
Sure.
Yeah, their
wants to know, not me.
Oh,
Yeah, well, their property is connected to the back of our home on that wall.
right there.
So their property is over here,
Uh-huh.
and we're planning to put it in this general area up here, so it's not going to affect
And
their being there from their property.
Okay, well, back up that.
The mountains are that way.
That way, and
They're all right.
if you look at Abernathy there, if you go straight that way, the Huachuca Mountains are that direction.
Okay,
And this is actually downhill. So
down to what?
it's downhill.
There's a slight grade to it.
So with that hill, they should never even really see the home.
And we have a lot of trees and
Vegetation.
vegetation that we're planning on keeping as well. For the, yeah.
Because our property's the lower green check mark over there, and we're, like I said, right across the street from Sword Weaver.
Yeah, that, on the left, yeah.
Yeah, down right there.
Okay.
Okay, well, now declare the public hearing closed. Call for a commission discussion.
Here's my kid, I throw him in the backyard.
Here's a tent.
Oh, just
Not getting out of the house.
Yeah, the back set right from the front, but. I know, bro.
Discussion. Can I hear, let's have your summary first.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Based on the factors in favor, staff recommends approval of docket VAR 2508 without special conditions, allowing a 1,026 square foot accessory dwelling unit. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Do I hear a motion?
I make the motion, we approve.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Thank you.
Thank you. You don't have to go to court.
No. Oh, you just agree. Yeah.
Thank
Or-
you.
Sorry, you really,
This did.
yeah. Yeah, sorry you really had to go through all this.
That's okay.
Well, so we just want to make sure we do everything right.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, we understand.
There's no issues.
Yep.
We'll send you a letter.
Have a good
Okay,
evening.
thank you.
All right, have a good evening.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We should have told him they could wait. Through the rest. Okay.
Don't make it stop.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't think this is review. It's a good one. Yeah, but it was accessory dwelling unit, so this is going to have to go find for a home. That's what it was.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
oh, yes, welcome, welcome in. You are Mr. William Bailey?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And my wife, Sarah.
Sarah, okay. All right, well, we're now looking at docket VAR 25-09, an applicant initiated variance request from section 2.18.040 of the zoning regulations to reduce the minimum required setback for detached garage from 20 feet to 10 feet. Property is located at 5454 South Santa Aurelia Avenue near Sierra Vista. This time I will call on the presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, board members. This is the staff presentation for docket VAR 2509. The applicant is William Bailey. Again, Mr. Chair, the property is located on Santa Aurelia Avenue. That would be tax parcel 107-67117C. Property is zoned R36. The variance request is from section 2.18040 of the zoning regulations to reduce the minimum required 20-foot setback to 10 feet for a detached garage. Property is located about 1.5 miles from the Sierra Vista jurisdictional boundary and about 3/4 of a mile east of the intersection of Ramsey Road and Highway 92 and Supervisor District 2. Property is located in Sierra Vista Estates number 3, which is a subdivision that was platted back in 1970. Those lots typically average approximately 2 acres, 2.2 acres or so, and most of those lots have been subsequently split and reduced from 2 acres to about 1 acre. The closest residence to the proposed garage location is located about 100 feet to the northwest, and that property is located at 5421 Santa Claus Avenue. The applicant has provided a site plan showing existing residents on the property. I believe the residents in the original, the smaller garage to the lower left, date back to about 2006 to 2008. The proposed garage would be at the top right. It's 1,800 square feet. It still complies with the R36 restriction on accessory structures being less than the square footage or the size of the principal dwelling. So it is less than the size of the residence. You've drawn images. This would be viewing to the west and to the east, and you can see the small motorhome in the lower left-hand corner of the property. That's the approximate location of the garage, the proposed garage. And again, the closest residence is about 100 feet from the proposed garage location, and that would be to the lower left, the residence with the blue-green roof. And you can see there's some mature vegetation there as well. They would obscure the site of that garage from that parcel. This is an overhead shot, again, showing the existing residence, the detached garage forward of the residence, and the motorhome at the top left, which would be the proposed location. And the applicant's requesting this structure to house vehicles on the property. Section 2.60.10 of zoning regulations identifies 8 factors to evaluate variances. Staff executed the public notification process between 26 September and 1 October, publishing a legal ad, mailing notices, and posting the property. Staff mailed 13 notices to property owners within 300 feet, receiving 4 written responses in favor. This request complies or partially complies with 5 of the criteria identified in the zoning regulations. And a factor in favor certainly would be support from nearby property owners. The variance application does not comply with 3 of the criteria in the zoning regulations. And Mr. Chair, board members, this concludes staff's presentation of docket VAR 25. Sarah.
Okay, I have one question down at the bottom. Is that an alley or utility easement, or what is that line across?
It's like a utility, and it's like an alleyway.
Oh,
It's a 10-foot.
you can drive, will you be able to drive in from that way, or you have to come in?
I have to come in from the front yard, there where the gravel driveway is. There's no rear gate back there, and it's usually so overgrown that a driver wouldn't be able to drive anything through it anyway.
Okay. Well, now we'll declare that a public hearing open. 10 minutes to state your case, and anybody that wants to rebut it or agree has 5 minutes, and then you'll have 5 minutes at the end to rebut the rebuttal.
Okay.
So go ahead.
May I use this picture? Sure. So the reason, like you said, this RV is essentially where the structure would be. And the reason that I can't use the 20-foot is because then it makes it so close to the house. Because if I'm 20 feet this way and 20 feet that way, it actually puts it like here. And it won't, I wouldn't be able to get anything between the corner of the house and the corner of the proposed building if I ever needed emergency vehicles or anything to come back in here, right? Otherwise, they're going to have to try to get down this overrun road and through a fence, right? Let's say there's an emergency. If I turn it the other way and I do 20 feet, it's up against my house. So that doesn't really work either. That's really the only reason I'm even asking for the variance. I need the shop, or not shop, the garage, I should say, to get all of my vehicles. I have 2 more in there. That out of the weather, because I've had hail damage several times now on my vehicles, and it's getting very expensive to fix it. So that's why I need the garage.
Do you collect vehicles, or are those to be worked on, or what are those?
I collect them. So
What are they?
So this one is a 2004 Forester, Subaru Forester. That's her car. This is a 93 Mazda RX-7 rotary car. It's very rare, very special. This is a 2008 RX-8. And again, a rotary car. This is a Nissan, a 98 Nissan hardbody. This is like our little work truck. This is a 2004 Dodge Neon SRT4, very rare car. This is a 66 Mustang. This is the one I bought for my wife that we're restoring. This is a 60 Corvair that I'm restoring. This is my 1994 RX-7 rotary car, extremely rare. They only make 5,000 of these in America. I also have, it's not shown here, I have my diesel truck. I do racing, so like I do take my cars to the track every once in a while in special events. So there's a truck that's missing from the shop, so there's that. I also have the car that I drove tonight. It's in my garage at this time probably, or I'm at work, either or. I just imported from Japan. I went to Japan. I bought a 1998 Nissan Skyline, so it's a right-hand drive car that they never made in America. It never went anywhere besides Japan and like a few countries in Europe. And I also have a 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat.
What's the one in the lower right-hand corner?
That is a car that is just used for parts. And I also want to get that out of my yard. That's a whole other story. So we're just car people. That's just what we do. So we restore them. We like driving them. We like owning them. We are collecting them. It's not exactly the typical car collection you've probably seen in Sierra Vista. This place is a gold mine for just beautiful, restored, older cars that I just can't get a hold of anymore. So, but this is what we have here.
Okay. Do we have anybody on the line for rebut or to speak?
BW. Okay, I just had a couple questions. What does she think about this?
Oh, I would absolutely love it. Yes, please. During one of those hailstorms, unfortunately, my Mazda is outside and received quite a bit of damage. And we're not looking forward to having to pull those dents out because it is a rarer vehicle.
It hurts. We're just
Yeah. I did have a question on the orientation of it. I guess wouldn't matter even if you'd be asking for a variance either way, but it just I just thought, I was wondering why you went with it long ways like the RV and
Well-
versus that the other way.
Well, like you said, even if I turn it,
Yeah.
so I've measured all of this out, and if I turn it, it'll take up over half my yard this way, and it'll be up against the house. So it's almost kind of useless to put it that way. I wouldn't really be able to get to it easily to get in and out of it, right? Like try and get a car back there, right? But if I put it this way, we kind of park our cars like that now. So the idea is I will just drive them straight into it. And then I'll have a
on the
right,
other side of the side.
right, you know, and because if I put it 20 feet this way, well, I mean, I guess I could push it like way that way
That's what I was
and,
gonna ask
and
you.
get in, I suppose. But then it's going to block our view of the mountains. It's going to, everyone's going to be able to see it.
Yeah,
From
if you're
this
property, I
side.
was just curious. I was just curious, like,
I was just wondering why didn't you put it over in here?
This septic stuff is on that side of the house.
Oh,
So if anyone ever needs to get to it,
can't
it's
get
already
to it.
blocked by trees and stuff on the other side, because like right here is a fence line,
Uh-huh.
and this is all tree.
Uh-huh.
And so like you'd have to come in through here to get to it, or you can just come around the back of this way. It's right there.
Okay, anybody else on the line? Okay. Okay.
It's like,
Declare this, please, public hearing closed. Now we have discussion. Hang on. You want to discuss?
I asked my questions.
Okay.
by the way.
You ready?
Yeah, you asked if what she thinks about it, and what those are her cars too. Yeah, she takes them to the
I
garage.
thought you were going to rebut. No, no.
Okay. We have the planning director's, follow-up summary.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, board members. Based on the factors in favor, staff recommends approval of docket BAR 2509 to reduce the minimum required setback for a proposed detached 1,800 square foot garage from 20 feet to 10 feet along the north and west property lines without special conditions. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, let's have a vote. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to accept it.
I second. I second.
You want me to read that?
Yes.
I move to approve docket VAR 25-09 without special conditions. The factors in favor of approval constituting the finding of fact.
Do I hear a
I
second?
second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Awesome.
But-
Thanks so much.
And I only have 7 vehicles for my wife and I do.
Yeah. We keep getting more. It's really hard because I just want to collect them all.
I know.
I grew up in a house where my father built race cars his entire life. That's what put food on the table. And
Where was that?
it was in Florida, sir. I was born and raised right outside Orlando. And I just love them. Like it's the thing. I don't really do anything else but tinker with cars, and every time I see one, I'm like, hey, can we get that one? And it's like, no, we have 12. Stop. You know. So
Okay, well, Matt or Sharon will be getting in touch with you and getting a letter so that you can take to build. When you go for your permits and that to build it, you'll we okayed it.
awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah.
You
You'll get a
bet.
letter.
Good luck. Good luck.
Go ahead.
Have a great night.
Yeah,
Okay,
Thank you for your time.
all right. I did.
Oh, scratching.
Go ahead.
I did.
Are they having trouble getting out, Matt?
No, they got out.
Did they get out? Near the door. Cool.
You got another one?
No, we got a planning director's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think all of you have met Sharon Larsala. She's our planner. She came aboard September the 29th. So she's been a real asset to the planning team. Been flying with some low staffing here recently, but Sharon has really jumped in, and she's been taking on some administrative applications, and she's helping us with the public hearings, and she's been tremendous. And we're glad to have her.
Yeah, where were you planner somewhere else then?
Yeah, I used to work with the city of Glendale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a few years after Matt had moved from the city of Glendale.
Refugee.
Yeah, well, good. Well, great.
You were curious what brought him out here, huh? So you had to come see.
Yeah, now I see.
Little different than Glendale?
Very in every way. I like it though.
Good.
Well, welcome.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I also want to let the board know that we have a docket that was submitted a week or so ago. Setback variance in Palominas. This will be to facilitate development of a recreational vehicle park down in Palominas on Highway 92. Wanted to check with the board on availability because we do have the Thanksgiving break coming up the week of November 24th. And to see if we would have a quorum on November the 19th, Wednesday.
Before our regular meeting, before our normally it's at the end.
Yes, sir. That's correct. It would be the week prior.
Yeah, I should be able.
I should be, I'm not sure.
The 19th?
Yes, sir. November 19th.
That's my birthday, I can't.
Okay. Understand.
It's my birthday, but I'll be there.
They'll bring that up.
Yeah, are you gonna bring a cake and refreshments?
Bottle of whiskey and we'll have a party.
Like,
Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah.
Very good. That's all I have, Mr. Chair.
So it's November 19th, what time?
5:30.
5:30.
Right here?
Yes, sir.
This variance for, you said an RV park in Palominas?
It's to reduce the minimum setback requirements to facilitate development of an RV park. And the zoning's in place,
Okay.
right? But I think they're just looking to expand the footprint a little bit out there as far as
Have you, have you started to get feedback on that?
we not.
Okay.
We weren't able to start the notification process until we were able to lock down the date.
Yeah. Because sometimes I know those can be, people can have strong opinions on them.
Yeah, certainly. And fortunately, it is adjacent to other commercial.
And if there is strong, can we move over to the other room then? If there's expecting a lot of people.
Yeah, I did get a little bit tight for this meeting.
But otherwise, it's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
So, any other business, comments, questions?
After the 19th, when's our next regular meeting? But there's not one set yet.
Right, we won't schedule another one until we receive another docket application.
All right.
So, I may be, if we have one in December, I may be down in Mexico. So,
Understand. Mr. Chair, last year, I believe we did have a December meeting and we did it very early in the month.
Okay.
I believe it was the first or second week of December.
okay. Okay. Any further business? No further business, we declare this meeting adjourned at